The recording you're about to hear documents the fantastical and heavily improvised adventures of two friends, united by their love of all things geeky, and tasked with a mission that will take them to the very limits of the pop cultural universe. This is science fiction double feature.
So, Jim boy, how you doing there?
Yeah, pretty good. This spaghetti's pretty tasty. That Cantinatron 3000, whatever it's called, it's really working out. This is delicious. It's I think it said it was spaghetti alla Leone. It's quite cheesy.
How many different meals were on offer? I've not used the Cantinatron 3000 yet. I mean, you just hit a button and it gives you a random meal, or did you choose spaghetti?
There's just one button that says spaghetti, and I pushed it. Like, it might change any time you go back to it, but as far as I could see, it's this one meal that I'm eating right now.
Right, okay, fair enough, yeah. I mean, Cantinatron is generous naming then, isn't it? It's really the Spaghettitron.
No, I don't know. Maybe it just knew that that's what I was in the mood for. It might change. Yeah, you should give it a try.
Hey there, you punks. You think the Cantinatron 3000 only serves up a single meal? The Cantinatron 3000 is specifically designed to read your innermost desires, and it serves up a meal that exactly suits the mood you're in that day.
Val, is that you?
Yes, of course it's me. It's Val, yes.
Alright, okay, wow. You sound different. You sound husky.
You sound kind of like Will Arnett.
Yeah, you do sound a bit like Will Arnett.
You punks, I'm set to Clint Eastwood mode right now. This isn't Will Arnett mode.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit, Clint Eastwood. Okay. Yeah, very...
Now I hear it, I suppose there is a little bit of Clint in there, maybe.
Yeah,
but...
half Clint, half Lego Batman. But I'm... I know, I think that's it. Yeah, I'm fair enough. I'm pretty convinced. Sorry for insulting the Cantinatron. It did seem like it had read my mind, because I was pretty much in the mood for spaghetti and cheese. So
well,
yeah.
I might go and fire it up myself. Just give me 2 seconds.
See what you want.
Oh, it's just giving me an Americano with a little bit of hot milk.
Oh.
I guess I was feeling kind of tired, but I've been drinking a fair amount of coffee of late since I found out all the benefits associated with this More Coffee card. Have you been making use of your...
Oh, you bet, mate. You bet. I have been absolutely rinsing that More Coffee card. I've had, it's whatever it is. It's, buy 9 coffees, get the 10th free. And I've had like 12 free coffees. So, it's been working out pretty well.
It's given me a little touch of the PTSD, though, seeing Roger's grinning face when the last time we saw it in the flesh, of course, it was being crushed under the immense pressure of, well,
of the ocean.
I guess it was water. Anyway, where do you think we're actually going?
Yeah,
this thing's just been on autopilot for the last half hour. It looks like we're kind of in Tuscan hillside kind of country right now. This is beautiful Italian scenery I'm seeing out the windows.
Maybe it's like a sort of Italian job vibe. Maybe we're doing a heist or something along those lines. I don't know.
That would be absolutely sweet. Oh,
Yeah.
Heist. That's one hell of an idea. You should pop that down in a book somewhere.
Val, remember heist mode for later.
Alright, I've logged deck, you jackasses. Now listen, you're gonna be real pleased with the news I got for you now. I just got a voicemail left on the van's built-in voicemail. I'm gonna play it to you now. It's from Interdimensional Kev.
Oh, this guy again.
Lads, as I'm sure you're aware, film composition lost one of its greats not too long ago with the death of Ennio Morricone. Perhaps most famous for his collaboration with pioneer of the spaghetti western genre Sergio Leone. Morricone's credited with scoring one of the finest soundtracks of all time, that of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, the original notes Ennio kept when scoring that film are allegedly kept in a beautifully bound notebook that remains at Ennio's recording studio in Rome. That's where I've got Val taking you boys now. You're going to grab me Ennio's notebook, photocopy it for me, and then leave it exactly where you found it. I don't want to desanctify that beautiful studio, okay? Now, this is a pretty simple mission. Don't imagine it'll take you more than 10 minutes. You're essentially going to a normal recording studio in Rome, and then you're going to send me over a photocopy, okay? So don't imagine you can screw this one up like you did Glutopia, boys. I look forward to receiving a copy of those notes shortly.
Right, okay. So recording studio to see, our dearly departed Ennio Morricone's notes. All right, that does sound a lot easier than stealing like a space-bound glue stick.
Yeah.
That sounds reasonably straightforward.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if it all plays out exactly like it was just described, it's barely going to be an adventure, is it? It's more of a recording of an errand.
Yeah, that's more of a task.
Oh man, I have been thinking a lot about Morricone since his passing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, listening to that soundtrack, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, being the prime one that I do really hammer on Spotify. It's just
really. I think the Ecstasy
stunning.
of Gold is one of probably my all-time favorite songs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's some ecstatic gold. And it's just, I don't know, it's just so like gorgeously triumphant and atmospheric. And like, I mean, I can only vaguely remember the film. The film's like very long. I can only vaguely remember it, the part of the film that song's in, but the song just won't leave my head.
Yeah, and also like I was reading a little bit about some of the trivia around the writing of that soundtrack, and it's fascinating. The instructions that Sergio Leone gave to Ennio Morricone included things like he wanted the atmosphere that there were skeletons laughing at the protagonists of the film from their tombs.
Oh my god.
And I don't know, you can kind of hear that, can't you? You know, in the rattling sort of sound you get. I've ever since I read that, I've been like, whoa, he is even better than I first imagined.
Hey amigos, why don't you save the trivia small talk for somebody who gives a care? You boys like Ennio Morricone, you're gonna be real pleased. We just arrived at his studio in Rome.
Oh, cheers. Thanks, Val / Solid Snake. Oh, this is cool.
It feels kind of strange to be here, right?
Yeah, it's like eerily quiet.
There's like a little bit of dust settled on everything.
Yeah, there's some cool
As you'd
stuff there.
expect. Yeah, I mean, all the instruments you need to create the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly soundtrack. There's little shakers everywhere, some there's a giant bell installed in the middle of the room.
A real live rattlesnake that presumably he like shook the tail of.
Yeah, careful.
Yeah, no. Oh shit, yeah. That thing's live.
It hasn't been fed for a while. We should probably let it out. I'll just let it out now.
just let it out into the streets. It's fine. It can take care of
The
itself.
streets of Rome. So what have we got? I mean, up on the wall over there, we got the framed poncho that I assume Clint himself wore back in
the old man with no name.
back in the day.
Man with several names. I hope it's been.
I think he had a
cleaned.
fallout with Sergio Leone, as I recall. There was
Oh, really?
bad falling out before. What was the film that followed The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly several years later?
Not Once Upon a Time in the
West.
Yeah,
That's it.
which is a great film, but very long.
They all are.
Yeah,
It's his
that's
thing.
true. Yeah, and I think, oh god, I can see some stuff from The Thing over there. Honestly,
Oh.
yeah,
That's the head with the spider legs coming out of it. That is one horrendous prop.
yeah, that is absolutely terrifying. Honestly, that like soundtrack where it's just basically a heartbeat for the entire film, like dum,
Jum,
dum.
jum,
Oh,
jum, jum.
yeah, it
I
gives
feel
me-
like so many things have been influenced so clearly by Ennio ever since. If you think about the Stranger Things soundtrack.
Oh my
like,
god, yeah, pretty much exactly
the crossover
that.
there.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, what a guy! What a guy! And he did like he did lots of non-Western things. Like he did Once Upon a Time in America, which is that like classic, another Sergio Leone, but this time gangster sort of vibes.
Yeah, De Niro.
Yeah, exactly. Apparently a classic, though sadly I've never seen it.
I have to agree. I have not seen it either. I'm glad you said that because I was thinking in the back of my mind, I sure hope we don't go too deep on this one.
No, it's
have
pretty
no
surface
idea.
level.
Hey, look. This has got to be the piano itself that he did all that composition. I mean, maybe we'll find the notebook over here. Let's take a look.
Yeah, where would he keep a notebook? I forgot we're supposed to be looking for that.
Yeah, I know. I forget these things fast. Check some of the cupboards up there.
All right, okay.
see.
I'll go and have a route around. Wow, there's a lot of spaghetti in here.
I'm not seeing a book though.
No, yeah, I can't seem to see anything. There's just lots of like, I don't know, just lots of old food and film memorabilia.
Hey, Jim, check this out.
Oh, whoa, holy shit, what was that?
What?
Uh-oh. Hold on.
What do we do?
I think you just played that little guitar riff from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and now we've got a big old secret door. This is okay. I think this errand has suddenly turned into an adventure, Callam.
Well, I mean, this is surely fate is leading us into this corridor. We haven't found the notebook in here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
we
maybe
should
that
probably-
seems like, if it was precious to him, if Kev wants it, presumably quite valuable. It seems like, it seems sensible that he'd hide it in a vault or something. Yeah, let's go and have a look.
Let's head on down. Okay, that
Whoa,
was
bloody
one
hell.
creepy tunnel, and now we seem to be in the
We're
desert.
we're in the in a sort of arid landscape. That's presumably not in Rome anymore because this does not feel very very Italian.
I can't see anything much at all in any direction apart from some kind of epic rock formations.
Yeah.
Is that
See some heat
What's-
haze.
on the horizon over there? Is that a town? A village?
I think it might be a mirage, but it looks like a little village thing. There must have been some sort of weird portal in Ennio Morricone's bloody basement. But yeah, like got a direct line to the Wild West, hasn't he?
It's baking out here. It's so hot.
Oh yeah, I am
My
sweating
word.
already. I'm really annoyed that I wore this massive parka.
Take it off. Leave it.
All right. Okay, I'm
No
ditching
need
it.
for it.
Ditching it.
Right, I mean, we got no choice but to make a beeline for.
Yeah,
the-
let's
the town on
head
the horizon.
head for civilization. I think that's our only option.
We might have some water or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Or just know where we are and what's going on because this is kind of wild.
Doesn't seem like there's anyone around.
Oh, this is eerie. This is definitely a ghost town. There's no one here. I wonder what
These,
happened to them all.
Some of these shops are boarded up.
Yeah.
If anyone's lived here for a long old time.
I
But
wonder if the hello. No, I don't know. There's no one here. I wonder what happened.
head a little further down the street here.
Yeah, let's just keep
There's got to
going.
be someone about, maybe, or,
Yeah.
or at least maybe we'll find some clues as to what went on.
Yeah, look. I mean, the tavern. There's always a tavern, right? Like people got to stop through. Whoa! Holy shit!
Alto a disparo! Alto a disparo! ¿Entiendes? ¿Entiendes,
No,
Bendeco?
no entiendes,
Inglés?
por favor. Sí, yes, we're English, yeah.
Hey, he said stop or he'll shoot.
Oh,
I recommend you don't take another step unless you feel like discovering what your kneecaps look like from the inside.
I really don't want to discover that. Okay, hold on. Whoa. Easy now, fellas. It's well, don't worry. We're just don't shoot us, please.
What the hell do you two think you're doing here? This is Western World.
Western world. I mean, we didn't even know where we were. We got lost. We came through some sort of portal. It's quite confusing. Like that, we're in Western world. That's where we are.
Did they say Western World or West World?
Like, yeah. Did you say Western world or West world? Because one of them is going to be a copyright
Yes.
infringement.
No,
We have to know
not
which one.
Westworld. Not Westworld. Don't say that again, please. It is definitely not Westworld. We are in Western World. Look,
Western
get
world.
inside here quickly. I will explain more.
All right, let's follow this lady because hopefully she's not like a murderous android.
You fools! What do you think you're doing, walking about in the middle of Portillo's Gulch?
Well, I mean, we don't even know where we are. What's Portillo's Gulch? What happened here? Where is everyone?
This is Western World, okay? A dangerous planet populated almost exclusively by film crews vying to make a groundbreaking Western film. You found yourself in one of the last outposts, not yet overrun by marauding gangs of filmmakers. We are just a humble community of composers. We set up this settlement of Portillo's Gulch not 10 years ago. We just make a modest living selling scores to the local gangs. But ever since the passing of Ennio, they seem to have lost interest. Now they only want the town as a set.
Oh God, that sounds rough. And they're not good. They're not good people. These production crews.
No. These are not good people.
Did you just say the passing of Ennio? You mean Ennio was one of you guys?
yeah. Wait, hold on. Ennio Morricone is from Western world. He's not from Earth.
course Ennio Morricone is from Western World. Earth. Yes, of course. Ennio did used to mention he had a side gig going on somewhere in some alternate dimension, of course. That must be where he was always going off to on the weekends. Listen, Ennio Morricone was one of us, a composer here in Portillo's Gulch. This land is ruled by 7 marauding gangs, filmmakers all obsessed with one genre of Western. They spend their days constantly vying for territory so they can have more sets for the most convincing Western of all.
Oh, mate, this is I'm sorry to hear this. This is quite and it's a lot to take in. Like, Ennio Morricone was from another dimension, and his work on Earth was his like side gig. Imagine that being your side gig. I'm even more impressed right now, frankly.
So Ennio was famous on what you call it, Earth?
Yeah, he was a big deal. He did loads of stuff. Oh, okay. So I mean, we're here looking for something of his. I don't know if you would happen to know anything about it.
Oh, what exactly is it you are looking for?
I mean, it's not anything big or anything. We're just looking for his notebook.
His notebook?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have come to an extremely dangerous place to seek a notebook, but of course, here in Portillo's Gulch we all keep notebooks. Each composer keeps track of the scores he has composed. Listen, I have Ennio's notebook here. He gave it to me for safekeeping before he passed away. Seems like he knew that his years were numbered. Now listen, I might be willing to hand over the notebook, but in exchange, I will need something from you.
All right. Okay. I mean,
that was easy.
What do yeah. So what do you think, Callan? Do you think like we see what they want us to do? Because I mean, if it involves 6 shooters and shootouts and stuff, I mean, I didn't like nearly getting shot a minute ago.
We don't have the book, and I'm pretty sure we don't have another pass with interdimensional curves since we didn't pick up Prickstick.
We royally messed that one up. Well, no, we didn't. We just made a moral decision that he was not on board with. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry. What's your name, by the way?
My name, of course. I am Julien Pila. I am something of a leader in this town, but not officially, of course. Officially, we have a sheriff. His name, Juan Cornetto. You will find him in the sheriff's office at the end of the town. He will be able to tell you a little more about our plight. If you can help us, then perhaps I will be willing to part with Ennio Morricone's notebook. Go on, head on down and meet Juan Cornetto.
Wow. Well, okay. Thanks, Julianne. Julianne Peeler? Julien Peeler?
Julien Pila.
Julien Peeler. Well, thank you. Okay, we'll go and see Juan Cornetto. Is it just Juan Cornetto?
I don't understand.
He means, do you want one or two?
Yeah, it doesn't. Sorry. Anyway, okay. Yeah, it's an Earth joke. Don't worry. We'll head down to the office and see what he's got. Thank you for your help, Julian.
Thanks, Julian.
Right. Boys, you dropped your.
All right, let's head to the sheriff's office.
Sweet. Must be the one at the end there with the. I can see a kind of swinging door and.
Yeah, it's got a big star on it, and it says.
Yep, says Sheriff's Office on the front.
That's gotta be it. All right, okay, let's go and meet this Juan Cornetto.
You Juan Cornetto?
Yes. My name is Sheriff Juan Cornetto. I am the sheriff of this here little ghost town.
Well, we've been chatting to Julianne Peeler back up there. She nearly blew my friend here's kneecaps off.
Oh, that's
She seems pretty stressed out.
Oh, she's just a crazy old broad with too much gunpowder in her bones. Oh, she's don't worry. She'll soon as shoot you is whisper hello to a butterfly. Oh, boys, yeah. But what you been telling you, she ain't wrong. We do got a problem in this here town. We got a problem with them roving gangs of movie mobsters. They want to turn our ghost town into a real ghost town, i.e., shoot us all and turn us into ghosts.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a nightmare. I think Julianne seemed a little more distressed about it than you, though. She sounds like she's taking this seriously. She said we might be able to help out somehow.
Oh, I'm stressed about it, boys. I'm just helpless. We ain't got the people nor the gunpowder to see him off. I mean, I got a glass eye, I got my wooden leg, got a fiberglass kidney, and this pistol, it only flies a little fag that says bang. It ain't real. Yeah, I've pretty much given up hope, and I think I'm just gonna, before they arrive tomorrow, I'm gonna pack up and head out into the hills.
What, you're planning to skip town?
Well, I mean, fellas, like till y'all came along, it's just been me and Julianne and a few other drifters, and I don't see any way out of it. So, I mean, unless you guys are willing to help us, I just don't know what else I can do.
We'll help you out, all right, Juan. What exactly is it you need?
Oh, fellas, you boys, you're gonna save our bacon. I can feel it. Well, I mean, you two don't look too don't look too tough and mean. I think you look like city slickers to me. I don't think you can help us defend the town all by yourselves. But I think I have heard of a legendary do-gooder called Ronin Keating.
Ronan Keating.
No, Ronin Keating.
Oh, Ronan Keating. Oh, that's clever. Okay.
Yeah, I thought so too. And he's apparently just a legendary savior of small towns such as ourselves. He's sort of gruff. He's handsome. He wears a poncho. Chews an unlit cigarette, a little cigarillo kind of thing. You can't miss that sumbitch. I mean, I'd ask you fellas to stay and lend a hand defending us, but you look about as sturdy as that fence built by old Blind Bill just before the deadly stampede of cattle that ran through here. I tries my best with these old blind hands of mine. Quiet, Bill. Your woodwork is worth about as much as a coyote's marriage proposal. Anyhow, would you fellas be amenable to riding out and finding our savior? I mean, we'd be mighty grateful, and I'm sure we try and help you in any way you can with whatever it is you're doing here.
Well, I mean, we will be happy to do that. I'll just say, off the cuff, I have got a white belt in Laogar Kung Fu, so I'm maybe not quite as harmless as you think I am.
You got a white belt in what? Who now?
It doesn't matter, Juan. We can certainly help out. So you want us to track down this legendary gunfighter, Ronan Keating?
What was it called? Ronan Keating? Is that the fellow we're looking for?
Oh yeah, boy, that's the fella you're looking for. He's known in these parts for helping poor folk that just don't have the abilities to help themselves. I think if you head over to the town of San Placenta, just a little bit down the way, just a few miles through the desert, I checked the saloon. It's called the Randy Rattler. There's bound to have word of him there. But look out for them pesky production crews. They'll be all over you like groundhogs on a freshly sowed field of corn.
Boys, I see you have met Juan. Hello, Juan.
Oh, hello, Miss Peeler. Oh, not again.
Boys, it's going to take you a little while to meet San Placenta on foot. Come on, I'll get you sorted out with a couple of horses. Come to the stables with me.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you. I have never ridden a horse before. Is that going to be a problem?
Possibly for you. Boys, one of you dropped this as you left. It looks like some kind of discount coffee card.
Oh shit! Oh, thank you so much. I can't believe I dropped that.
Jim, that's a little ungenerous after we're being helped out by Julian. Why don't we leave Moore's coffee card with her? It could be useful. If she ever fancies popping through to Earth sometime, or maybe it's valid here in Western World. Do you have coffee establishments here?
Oh yes, of course we have many Costa Coffee, Starbucks. They are all here in Western World too. It's almost exactly the same, except we have an economy based entirely on making Western films.
Wow, fair enough. I didn't realise that they were quite that ubiquitous in alternate dimensions. I mean, I'm close to my 13th free coffee, but I suppose she's given us some more. All right, Julianne, you keep the coffee card. You deserve it. You've had a hard time.
Thank you. This is entirely valueless to me. I will store it here. Okay, you two are going to need horses to make it all the way to San Placenta. It's a day's ride north. You can take these two horses here. They're some of the strongest we have in the stables. They don't have names, though, so I suppose you get to christen them yourselves.
I've never named a horse before.
I've never ridden a horse before, let alone named one.
That's more dangerous.
It's going to be interesting. And go for the old pun name, Liam and Noel Galloper.
Yeah, I think Noel and Liam Galloper is what we're going to have to name these bad boys. Who's taking which? Do you want the more successful follow-up career horse, or the one that caused all the aggro in the first place? I don't really know which is which, but
I'll take Liam because he is hilarious, and Liam the horse has beautiful flowing blonde hair, which I quite like the look of.
Nice. I'll take Noel because he looks like he's got an attitude, and he's got a bit of a mank haircut going on. The way his mane kind of falls there at the sides, a little bit longer, front of the ears. Definitely a mank horse.
Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to try and get on this bad boy.
Head due north. You will meet the main track that takes you to San Placenta. Just follow the sign. It will take you around a day's ride. Giddy up!
1, 2, 3, hut!
is hot and the sun is high. Saddles are chafing beneath their thighs. Not to drink but what they can find. Think they're probably gonna lose their minds. Callam spiked his arm on a cactus. Jim's been bitten by 20 rattlers. Fallen off the horses too many times. Scorpions stinging both their eyes. Now Jim's saddle's broken and he's riding at a wonky angle. Sun is making Callam's ears a smoking and his holsters got all tangled.
The road was long, the sun was hot. 'Twas Ronin that they sought. So determined these cowboys phony to find the notes of Morricone. But capable they were not.
Shot himself with his own gun and Liz stole the food so they ain't got none. Jim banged his head on a mirage. If they don't get there soon, I say they're done.
The worst day of my life.
I'm hot. It's really hot.
There's a
just
snake
wanted to
on
be
you.
over.
There's a snake on you.
No, it's just a mirage. It'll be alright. Just like, yeah. It's.
Oh man.
Oh god. And like, unless I really hope this isn't another mirage, but I think we're there. I think we made it.
This looks like San Placenta. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hitch these horses to this here
All right.
post.
Okay.
So, here we are. San Placenta.
San Placenta. Wow. Yeah. What a name. I'm glad that it's not. Too descriptive because it looks like quite a regular western town. I think we've got got a dusty street. We've got a gun shop, gunsmith sort of thing.
That's right. We've got the doctor's office over there.
Oh yeah, presumably to heal all the gunshot wounds.
That's right. General store. It seems a little livelier. This place. There's quite a few.
Yeah, this isn't. Yeah.
Gunslingers hanging around on the corners. We got got townsfolk going about their business.
Yeah, we've got the chewing tobacco emporium, hat
That's right.
store. What else?
Camera equipment emporium just there. Oh, hey, look, there's a talent agency over there as well. Looks like
Oh
there's,
yeah, shit.
all sorts of things.
Callam, interested? We could drop our cards in, a bit of a side gig.
Could leave a CV. I'd
Yeah.
be happy
Wouldn't
to do
hurt.
so.
Yeah. Oh, next to that we've got the poncho emporium. I might have to stop in there as well.
We must be approaching. Can you hear honky tonk piano coming from somewhere?
Oh yeah, I can hear a little bit of a strain. Okay, that we've got to. That must be. That sounds like something. Someplace exciting. I think we've got to go. We've got to follow that.
On the corner at the end of the street there. There it is.
There we
The
go.
Randy Rattler.
The Randy Rattler. Wow, that sign. That is a very Randy Rattler. He needs to
Ooh.
calm down.
My God. Is it eating its own tail? No. Oh, my word, it's not.
Wow, you really shouldn't be shaking that at strangers.
Stay out of the Randy Rattler.
Oh, friendly place then.
Easy there. That fella's had a little too much.
All right, you do that, buddy.
Head on in. Try and blend in with the locals.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Sort of, gruff. Get your stink eye out, and yeah, don't act too soft and city wise like we tend to do.
I'm not going to be getting my stink eye out in public.
Not that stink eye, the other one. Just look mean, basically.
So, that's the pianist in the corner over there. He's
Okay, yeah.
hammering out tunes. We got on
Banging
the
up
top
tune
deck
after tune.
some looks like couples getting a little intimate up on the top deck there.
Oh yeah, we've got the sort of the mirror behind the bar. Lots of big jugs with 4 X's on them.
Massive selection of whiskies, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like they're filming a scene in the corner over there. Better make sure we don't intrude on that.
Oh yeah. Shit, yeah. I know we've got a some gambling going on. I think you can see a poker game in the corner.
Right, Jim, we got to save time. We need to find
Yeah.
this Ronin Keating. I say we split up.
All right. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, we've got to find. I mean, yeah, we've only got till what, like till dawn tomorrow or something. We've got to get on this. Okay. I will. Okay, poker's a good way to bond with strangers quickly. I'll head to the poker table.
Great shout. I will go and make myself known to this friendly-looking chap at the bar.
Okay, sounds good.
Howdy there, buddy, old pal. Can I buy you a drink?
Oh, well met, stranger. That'd be awful kind of you. Yes, I will take a beverage.
Okay, barkeep. Barkeep. 2 beverages. What were you looking for, sir?
I will have I'll have a donkey spleen, please.
Okay, make it 2 of those. Two donkey spleens, please.
Oh, you look awful new in town. You're straight on the donkey spleen. You're a braver man than I. It took me years to get used to that trash.
What exactly is a donkey spleen, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, they get the spleen of a donkey, and they put it in the whiskey, and it gives it that little extra zing that you really get from all those amino acids and whatnot.
I'll have a sip now. Oh, mercy! That is some degree of spleen in there, old partner. Thanks for introducing that one to me.
Oh, you're mighty welcome. You must be a tough character. When I first had my first donkey spleen, I cried for 3 days in a dark room. So you're doing well.
So anyway, sorry, partner. I'm new in these parts. Do you mind helping me get myself orientated? What exactly is this place we're in? Was it the Randy Rattler? Was it?
Yeah, this is the Randy Rattler. It's the little center of activity in this here town of San Jacinto. Hey guys, is there room for one more at this here poker table?
How do, stranger? Fancy yourself a gambler, do you now, boy? Well, pull up a stool, but be prepared to put down some of those hard-earned American dollars of yours, huh?
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, actually, in terms of dollars, I don't have many. Could I stake something else?
What's that, boy? You don't got no coin? Well, what do you got to stake?
I have a what do I've got? I've got a shirt. Oh, I know. Okay, hold on. What about my cantankerous but beautiful horse out there, Liam Galloper?
A horse, you say? Huh. With a musical pun-based name, you say? A horse like that sure could be worth something to a gang like the Fluoride Five. Okay, Ginger, deal him out. What's your poison, stranger?
I'd preferably not poison. Preferably just some booze would be great.
Booze, Well, I'm gonna order you my favorite tipple that they serve here at the Randy Rattler. I'm gonna get you a dram of monkey shoulder. Bartend, bring us over a round of monkey shoulder, please, to introduce our friend here to the high stakes team.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Not a problem. Now what brings you to the Randy Rattler then, partner?
Oh, we're just in town, hanging out, seeing what's what, having a little bit of a drink, just checking out the local scenery. Oh, that monkey shoulder is potent.
You knocked that one back fast there, kid. A fan of the firewater, are you? You say you're in town, just getting to know the place, So you just ride up and decide to get to know towns? Is that what you do now, boy?
Okay, if you really want to know, we're here looking for a fella, but we're on a bit of a mission to find him. In fact, you might be able to help me in this matter. I suppose have you heard of someone called Ronan Keating?
Ronan Keating? Yes, I've heard of Ronan Keating, my boy. I've heard of Ronan Keating, all right, but I'll tell you what. I want to hear a little more of your story. But before we get started with that, how's about I introduce you to the gang, seeing as you here to settle in for a little game? Deal out the cards, Ginger, and I'll head round the table and do some introductions. So first of all, there on your left, we got Gingivitis. He's a former orthodontist to the stars turned outlaw. Ginger knows his way around a dentist toolkit, and he has a handy way of convincing people to spill the beans. Funny how much a man will blab with red roll gums. Say hello now, Ginger.
Well met, stranger.
Well met indeed, Ginger. Next there, on the right of Ginger, you got Army Hammer. Army Hammer here is a giant of a man who don't say much, but what he lacks in words, he more than makes up for in muscle. Used to take our jobs as a bodyguard for some of the stars before he started running with us, the Fluoride Five. Say hello now, Army.
Me, Army Hammer, win on flop in poker game.
He does often win on the flop in the poker game, so what it says is true now, boy. Moving on to the right there, we got Scurvy Dan. Scurvy Dan here ain't the sharpest hatchet in the saddle pack. Heck, he ain't even the kind of tool you bother packing. But as our resident munitions expert, he can always be relied upon to bring the fireworks for any party. He's worked on over 30 feature films and has inadvertently sent 6 actors to the big old talent agency in the sky with his enthusiastically explosive set pieces. Ain't that right, Dan?
Oh boy, howdy. I'm always looking to make it 7,
Last but not least, we got our extraterrestrial friends here, Spear and Pepper, aka the Fresh Twins. These two arrived inside a meteor that struck Western World back in the early 90s, and since then they've been finding steady work in local freak shows till we picked them up and gave them stable work in some of our horror Western mashups. These pale, glowing, and powerfully fresh twins communicate telepathically, allowing them to perform incredibly tight freestyle reps like so.
With Spear and Pepper, we drop rhymes together. Here in the Wild West, we're the motherfucking best. When we say ho down, it ain't cause we're dancing. Run through the streets with nothing but pants and Stetsons. Cause when the sex shooters pop, you know the sheriff's the one to get dropped.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my boys. Girls. Androgynous extraterrestrial beings, Spear and Pepper, the fresh twins. I've introduced you now to the Fluoride 5 boy. My name's Emmanuel Toothbrush. I lead the gang. You'll count 6 of us in total, but Fluoride 5 works for alliterative purposes, so I consider myself something of a manager. We run as part of a larger gang, though. The Best Boys. Don't know if you heard of us.
I haven't heard of the Best Boys, but you're the best. That sounds pretty good, you know. It sounds nice, you know, the best at stuff.
We answer to another fella. A fella I wouldn't even want to cross if you offered me all the Colgate in the Old West. They're called Anton Taganista. Now, you've met the gang. Who's for another drama monkey shoulder?
Well, yeah, why not? It's a pleasure to meet you fellas. Yeah, let's get around in and play some cards, you know.
Now, gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the river.
Well, boy, I must say I underestimated you. You have put back enough of the firewater to fell my horse. I do believe I should call you Fireface on account of your fiery red beard and your enthusiasm for hard liquor.
Liquor? But I barely know it.
Oh, comedian as well. That is a fine joke. I imagine you could use that with plenty of words to them with ER. I enjoy that, and I'll be taking that for myself, boy.
Oh yeah, you could do it with anything, yeah, like ruler, I barely know it, or you know, computer, barely know it. Any object.
They're all as funny as each other.
They only get funnier with time and frequency.
Now tell us, boy, earlier on you told us you was looking for that no-good Ronan Keating. I tell you, life's like a roller coaster when that man comes around. What exactly do you want with Ronan Keating?
Oh, he's. You say he's no good. I thought he was a good guy. That was the thing. He's. Basically, we're gonna get Ronan Keating. We're gonna ride back to Portillo's Gulch, and we're gonna defend it from the no good, from the no gooders. Yeah. So he's gonna help us. Help us defend the town.
He's going to help you defend the town from the no good, as you say. And that's Portillo's Gulch. Did I hear you correctly, boy?
Yeah, Portillo's Gulch, that's the one. Yeah, it's an interesting name. God knows how they heard of Portillo, but you know. Yeah, so we're gonna ride up on Liam and Noel, the horses, and with Ronan, and we're gonna see him off.
Tell me a little more now, boy. Why exactly would you want to help out the residents of Portillo's Gulch? What exactly have you got invested in that little town?
Well, they said that if we appeared through a portal in the cactus's bumhole, whatever it was, wandered through the desert, and then they said if we helped them, they'll give us the notebook of Ennio Morricone that we're here to find.
The notebook of Ennio Morricone, boy.
Yes.
That is most interesting indeed. Bartender, can I get another monkey shoulder for my friend Fireface here? I like what you're saying to me now, boy. I gotta say, I'm finding you a lot more interesting since I found out you're not just into the act of traveling between towns to get to know the place. Sounds like you got a little more of a mission in mind than you first let on.
Yeah, well, you know, you can never be too careful when you're, talking to strangers and being very drunk. Sometimes you have to be a little bit cautious, and sometimes you throw caution to the wind when you realize that you found your new 6 best friends.
We are your best friends, my friend. In fact, Ginger, why don't you go tell our mutual friend all about our new buddy Fireface here? I have a feeling our mutual friend might have some interest in this little tale he's spun of Ennio Morricone's notebook. You enjoy that there dram, boy. We're going to get to be knowing each other a whole lot better soon.
Woo! Yeah, that's like get to know it, like talk feelings, talk about like life and stuff.
What exactly brings you here to our little town?
Well, I'm actually in town Me and my buddy see him sat over there. Looks like he's made himself acquainted with a few of the local eccentrics. We're here looking for someone. I believe goes by the name of Ronan Keating.
Ronan Keating. Well, there's a name I've not heard in several years. Yeah, I know the fella you're speaking of.
You know Ronan Keating?
Ronan Keating. Yeah, I know the sumbitch. Yeah, me and him, we've been entangled in our previous years. But some say he ran with the best boys, but he don't do that anymore. He's a bit more of a loner now. Some say his moral compass maybe did a bit of a 180 these days. I'm pretty sure if you want to find him, you can probably find him. He's usually hangs out up with the.
There he is, Anton. There he is. There's the sumbitch that talked about the book.
Yeah.
Well, looky here. What's this? We got us a couple of new folks in town, Screw on this scrap of a lad at the bar there, on this fine young gentleman who's been getting acquainted with my right-hand man, Emmanuel Toothbrush.
I'm Fireface. Fireface, hello.
Hello there, Fireface. I'm told you're in town looking for a certain special book.
Yeah.
Oh, Jim, what have you bloody done?
The music book, the book of the notes, the one that goes yeah.
That's right. You're looking for the book that belonged to the finest composer ever to grace this here Western world. But boss, it's Western world. Western world. That's right. Now, I don't know where a couple of newcomers like you get the idea they can come wandering on in here and taking what belongs to the best boys. But I just know you're going to tell me everything you know about where that book is, Fireface.
I mean, give me 3 more monkey shoulders.
Rattlesnake got your tongue, boy. You all done used up your bar tab. Tell us a little more about where we're going to find the notebook of Ennio Morricone.
Mr. Sorry, what was your name again, Mr.
What was my name? Boy, if you need to know my name, then you shouldn't be here in Sampler Center.
I'm gonna tell you his name now to do you a favor, else you gonna be drinking your next meal through a straw. That there is Anton Taganista, leader of the best boys and the most cruel gunslinger in all the Western world.
That's right, Emmanuel. Now tell me again, boy, what was it you knew about Ennio Morricone's notebook?
I actually, I seem to have forgotten. I
Come a little closer, Fireface. Tell me exactly what it is you forgot.
I mean, I'm okay on this side of the table. There's nothing to forget because I never knew anything. Just to begin with, it was just drunken chat.
Never knew too much, eh? Never knew too much. Well, seems like you might need a little schooling there, boy. How about
I got
Pepper, Spear. Bring him on up here. I'm going to teach our knowledgeless friend a thing or two about how one gets by in Western world.
Whoa, fellas. There's no, whoa, your breath is very nice, but there's no need to get that close. This is.
Boy, I'm going to have to school you a little in how things work around here now.
Whoa there, Anton. I think these fellas are new here in town, and I think we ought to cut them a bit of slack. Give them a bit of leisure time to get used to things.
Step aside, expositional stranger. This ain't your fight.
Do excuse me, but I must insist on this matter.
Well, you think you can insist what Anton Taganista does? Maybe I have to show you the back of my hand.
How dare you? How very dare you? I am insulted and injured to my core. Take one of these.
Boys, raise hell!
Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape!
Ow! Oh, I say, sir, unhand me. Oh, take this, you old jackal. Ow!
Come over here.
Oh.
Give you a piece of my mind, boy.
Oh, watch the monkey shoulder. Watch the monkey shoulder.
My mirror.
Ginger, I've been looking to settle a score with you for some time. You slept with my wife.
Callum, over here, behind this table.
Oh, you sobered up now, just in time. Nice one, Fireface.
Oh, well, I mean, sorry, the threat of imminent beating really, it really makes you sober up. Yeah, sorry.
You know you can't handle firewater at the best whiskey at the best of times.
I know, I'm sorry, I just, we got, like we said, drinking whiskey, watching westerns, I got a bit carried away with, with the vibe, I'm sorry.
I was just about to find out where Ronan Keating was, and now we're bloody stuck in a bar fight. Look, the door's open, let's sneak on out of here.
I don't want to, I feel like I'm a marked man, I've got to get out of here.
Army Hammer not like indiscriminate violence, but discriminate violence good. You hear? Me hit you.
Whew. Oh man, that was a rough day. Sorry about the whole blabbing thing. I think I just had a bit too much to drink and got carried away with the old gang vibes,
How are you to know? Jim, sometimes I wonder if we're cut out for this adventurer lifestyle. This is yet another adventure that seems to be going south.
Yeah,
We're no closer to getting Ennio's notebook. I mean, I did find out a few things about Ronan. I don't know about you. Sounds like he's some kind of ex-outlaw turned moral do-gooder who he's hard to track down, but I think if we can find him, he might be the answer to Portillo's Gulch's problems.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, the the unpleasant fellow at the poker table described him as a no-gooder, which made me think he probably is pretty good if the bad guys are calling him no good. I don't know. It seems like, I think he might be able to help us out of a scrape. I don't know. I always thought of us as quite anxious people about stuff, so the fact that we're, throwing our lives into danger, I don't know. It's a bit unsettling, isn't it?
I'm anxious all the time. I mean, I have constant IBS. This entire adventure is giving me nightmares. Life is a constant source of anxiety to me now. But
well, these campfire beans that we're eating are probably not going to help that IBS situation or whatsoever.
I'm going to feed a few of them to old Noel. Come over here, boy. There you go, Noel Galloper. I like these horses.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm nearly lost Liam. I never would have actually bet you away in a poker game, mate. Don't worry about that. I'm sorry. I'll never use you.
You were tight with those boys. It seemed like they had a nickname for you and everything. Fireface, wasn't it?
Yeah, they called me Fireface or Fireface, which I mean I'm kind of down with. I've got like a big ginger beard, so I think it works for me. It's not the worst nickname I've had by a long way.
Oh, the Best Boys. They're assholes. They seem like real jerks.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I guess.
Why are they called the Best Boys?
I think it must be Best Boys because of the film thing, rather than the fact that they're actually good people.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like it's a film production thing joke. I think I don't know. There's a lot of tenuous puns and weird connections going on around here. I think everyone's got a bit film crazy.
I mean, Western films are pretty cool. I've been doing a bit of reading about them of late, and I never knew that there was supposedly sort of 7 predefined genres about Western films. That's news to me.
Yeah.
But apparently you can boil down the kind of typical Western anyway. I'm talking about the sort of the original American style Western, not the spaghetti Western, which is a genre in and of itself.
Yeah.
And actually probably, if I'm honest, sort of the genre that when I say Western, I realized how many of the ones I've seen are just spaghetti westerns. It's a very niche part of the Western kind of.
Yeah, it's true. But I think that's probably what most people think of. It's probably the most common one because I think like the sort of the classic American ones with John Wayne and all that sort of stuff. They don't have quite the same cheesy zing. I think they could tend to be a little bit self-serious.
Yeah, and some of them also just quite historically racist.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Cowboys obviously originally kind of part of the
not great
colonial New World thing. It's not necessarily
that's why
great
quite
subject matter.
Yeah, it's true. Well, that's why I quite like the sort of more recent years. There's been a lot of revisionist westerns that have sort of reassessed the actual thing. Yeah, the whole the Wild West. There's cowboys and Indians and stuff is actually quite a very very colonialist and quite offensive and outdated stereotype really. They weren't settlers, there was already people there.
Yeah, and they're normally the part that gets stereotyped and shoehorned into being the bad guys.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I've just dug out my notebook where I'd scribbled down a few of the 7 subgenres of Western, just because I was kind of interested. Apparently, there's the Union Pacific story,
Yeah.
which typically centers on the construction of a railroad, telegraph line, or some kind of modern tech. The ranch story, it's kind of based around threats to a ranch from rustlers or large landowners.
Would the Magnificent Seven fit somewhat into that?
I feel like as well, Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare fits ever so slightly into that category. They certainly launched that spin-off with that initial premise. The Empire story, that's involving a ranching or oil empire. That gets me thinking of Daniel Day-Lewis in the old There Will Be Blood.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Which is also like a neo-Western. I really like this whole neo-Western thing.
Oh, yeah, my God. Yeah, there's some really good ones. Hell or High Water with Chris Pine and Ben Foster and Jeff Bridges is insanely good. That's like the most recent neo-Western I watched, and it is very good, especially because it takes on some of the injustices and stuff that, you know, it deals with the modern world in quite like an interesting way, I think.
Right, okay.
And makes parallels between, you know, who's the real outlaw? Is it the bank that like forecloses on like hundreds of thousands of people's houses, or is it the two criminals that go and rob the bank afterwards? Who's the real bad guy? You know, I mean, clearly the people pointing guns at innocent people are not great, but you know, I don't know. It's an
I want to watch one. There's one I've got sat on my shelf in the back of the camper for those long journeys where we decide to stick on a film. It's one called Bacurau, which is a Brazilian film from a few years back, which I don't know much about it, but I know it follows a similar trajectory to something like Bone Tomahawk, another neo-Western, in that the first and second halves of the film are distinctly different. I don't want to say any more than that, but for fear of being accused of spoiling things by you later on. But I think they're like films of two halves, which really play with the Western genre and kind of almost fuse it with other genres. In the case of Bone Tomahawk, like horror.
Yeah, a lot of horror. I like that.
Yeah. So just to rattle off those last four, we've got Revenge Story, that's an obvious one.
Yeah.
Cavalry and Indian Story, which is, I guess, what we were saying is
pretty outdated, pretty
outdated. Outlaw Story. We think we've found ourselves in one of these right now.
Yeah.
And a martial story in which the lawman and his challenges drive the plot.
True Grit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, True Grit.
Yeah. I mean, if you hear Marshall,
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah. Oh my God, so good. Or John Wayne, slightly worse a person. Not slightly.
Of course, yeah, that was the original version.
Yeah, it was. But Marshall Rooster Cogburn, he's quite a guy. I don't know. I think I mean, I quite like that they're sort of, you know, that it can be boiled down to like a specific. It's almost like that's the kernel of the story, but then you sort of build the rest of it around it, and there's lots of like different things you can do. I mean, this is not even to mention space westerns, of which there have been quite a few, and you know, like all sorts of weird steampunk stuff.
Hey, I tell you what, all this Western chat has cheered me up no end. I feel like you know, things might start looking up. We just need to wake up tomorrow with a fresh attitude, pick up where we left off. We can probably sneak back into Sampler Center with a couple of fake mustaches, and maybe we'll be able to dig up some more information. I was pretty close to finding out where Ronin bases himself.
Oh yeah, that's the. I'm so sorry that my antics interrupted. I wonder, like, I don't know. Hopefully he's nearby, because you know I don't want to have to do another desert ride. That was not fun.
No. I think it wore me out enough that I'm gonna have to turn in for the night pretty soon.
Yeah. All right.
So I reckon if we just sort of cozy up near these rocks here, try and shelter from the main wind. It looks like the fire isn't going to burn down too quickly. I think the embers will keep us warm until early morning. So
yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna wander off, just have a little teeny post monkey shoulder slash against a cactus.
You enjoy yourself. I'll probably be asleep when you get back. I'm shattered.
Okay.
Night, pal.
Yeah, sleep well, pal.
It's still dark. What time is it? Oh, check my phone. Still getting reception, man. Spiff's Bath reception is top notch. It's 3:45 a.m. Jim, are you sleeping all right? Jim? Oh my God, he didn't come back from his slash. Jim. Oh man. Maybe I'll check in with Noel and Liam, see if they know where he's got to. Oh my god. Not only can horses not talk, so this is a terrible idea, but Liam's gone. It's just Noel. Oh my god. Jim, Liam Galloper, they're both gone.
They took your friend.
What? Who are you?
I heard you boys was looking for me.
Ronan Keating.
That's the one. That's me. I don't know who you boys are, but you're asking about me awful loud, and I don't like attention.
What's happened to Jim? Who's got him?
It was them best boys. They knew you boys was out here, and they come along, and they've taken him.
Shit! I knew we should have camped further away from San Placenta. We only rode for about 30 seconds. You could see the bar from
Yeah,
where we
you
were
boys
camped.
aren't mighty careful with this sort of thing, are you? You clearly don't belong out here in the desert. You city soft hands.
Well, I suppose that's evidenced by the fact that you came and watched us sleep a creeper. I'm glad you were here though. So they got him, and all right, Ronan. Sorry, there's a lot to catch up on here. First of all, have you caught up on why we were looking for you? The people of Portillo's Gulch, they're in real trouble.
There's always some village. There's always some village in trouble. There's always someone that needs helping, and I help where I can. But boy, I'm awful tired.
They seem to want you pretty specifically. You must have a real reputation in these parts. What do you even do going around helping people out? Some kind of little virtue signaler? What's your gig?
Boy, if you call me virtue signaler again, I'm gonna feed your shoes to the vultures and fill your bedroll with cactus needles. You hear me?
Sorry, sir.
It's okay. I'm just tired because it's 3:54 a.m. and I've been watching you sleep instead of sleeping myself. It's penance for my previous life of misdoings, misdeeds, and misdunnings and whatnot.
You used to run with the best boys. That's what I heard at the bar from the kind stranger who seemed willing to tell me an awful lot.
Oh yeah, that asshole. He's always blabbing his mouth. Yeah, that's true. I ran with the best boys. I ran with them. I punched with them. I kicked with them. Sometimes even shot with them. I did lots of things with them fellas. But after seeing one too many villages burn for the sake of yet another opening credit sequence, or seeing another child grow up without his parents because the mammy and pappy are being forced to churn out screenplay after screenplay, does enough to make a man's stomach turn. And let's just say I wheeled my horse about and made my way out of the town of evil and into the village of good. And also, I had a real falling out with one of my ex-comrades, a certain Louis Waltz. That guy was a real piece of shit on my shoe. We used to do little shows, little talent shows for each other to while away those lonely desert nights. And I was in the midst of I did a particularly excellent rendition of Barry Manilow's Mandy. He was real rude about it. Never sat right with me.
You're here now, Ronan. Where the hell's Louis Waltz, eh? So you know Anton Taganista pretty well, then. He seemed like a pretty unhinged dude. He was trying to. Well, I mean, if he's got Jim now, I mean, Jim's in real trouble.
Yeah, he is. He's not in the best situation, I would say. I think Anton Taganista is a real prick.
You got a real poetic way with words. Sometimes I think you say stuff better when you say nothing at all. Okay, listen up, Ronan. We need to make a plan. The best boys are going to attack Portillo's Gulch at dawn. We've got very little time. It's 3:59 now.
Okay, you've got my taste buds going, and the only thing that'll satisfy is the taste for justice. Okay, I'll help them. I'll help you guys and help the villages of Portillo's Gulch. Okay, meet me.
You're gonna be really tired. You've not slept at all. We've got to be there in 2 hours.
Oh, well, good thing that I pack at least 3 bags of caffeinated ground coffee. That shit'll keep me up for at least an hour and a half, which is long enough for me to run wild over them shitty best boys. They ain't got nothing on me.
Okay, I'm going to set off riding back to Portillo's Gulch now on Knoll. So what, do I meet you at the town border at dawn?
Meet me at the east road into the village, and we'll make those damn fools pay.
Okay, near the old clock tower, I think. I'll see you there tomorrow at in a couple of hours' time. I'll see you there.
Tomorrow at dawn, i.e., about an hour and a half.
Safe. All right. See you soon, Ronan. It's great to meet you. You're a real stand-up chap.
Thanks, fella. You city slickers are all right.